Wickets in hand. If they bat well in the first 7 or 8 overs, Pakistan should be home without a lot of worries.
Pakistan could do me a favor, Ramiz. You said it's going to go down to single digits. I'm doing the post-match presentation. Could be a frozen ice block out there.
We'll have heaters for you, don't worry. Oh, good delivery. The keeper is standing up. How close was that to off stump? A cutter bowled. Strolling his fingers over that one. The ball gripped and almost castled him.
It seemed more like the natural deviation. 110 Ks. He's normally around that 115, 120 anyways, Dasun Shanaka. But this is good from Kusal Mendes. Up to the stumps, Dasun Shanaka doesn't have the pace in terms of the faster bowlers going around. Just keeps Saim in the crease.
That's gone. Made a wonderful sound. 26 now without a wicket after 4.
A good over undone. Undone by a shorter length delivery. And that is a very favoured area of Saim Ayub. Always looking to hit the ball aerial. And it's away from deep backward square. It's finer to him. Shanaka thought it was closer. Wasn't the case. The last ball goes for a boundary.
Tamira coming on to bowl, change of ends for the pacer. 11 dots, 8 ones. Fans want the dots column to be as minimal, as less as possible. Here he comes again. Gets it past the infield into the fence for 4. Unlucky because it was an edge. But when you've got the fielders in, fine and third, both in the ring, then an outside edge can work wonders for you.
A top delivery. A really good, squares him open, Saibzada Farhan, and just gets the leading edge. You see the change of pace with the fingers that have been rolled over. But perfect in terms of placement. Unintentional, albeit boundary.
Pick a free moment, download the app and get insurance you need on your fingertips. The figure-free batting from Sri Lanka let them down. No insurance whatsoever when you go out there playing the innings that they wanted to play. That's the other thing. Teams at times are just looking at this gig as a T20 gig where you're not supposed to stop the ball, where you're not supposed to block the ball, irrespective of the conditions. It's kind of a one-dimensional mindset most of the teams have these days. Not willing to fight because it's T20, so why should I be fighting for my wicket? There are others who can redeem the situation.
That's an important point because by and large you'll see T20 cricket played on relatively flatter tracks, batting friendly tracks, but sometimes it allows for that grind, allows for that more sensible orthodox approach. Run the ones and twos hard, look for conventional batting, and by and large these surfaces throughout this tri-series just rewarded batters who've just stuck in for a little while longer. On to your point, Remy, is also we look at where the T20 World Cup will be played, India and Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka will be similar in terms of spin on the track, exaggerated turns at times as well. So between the two venues, there will be different array of wickets on display for teams to learn from and apply skill and, more importantly, tactics. At the moment, by and large, the approach here has been bang or bust. For Pakistan's opening pair, the one thing that Saizada Farhan has spoken about repeatedly is, he mentioned that to you in the post-show as well a couple of times, is just add to his skill level in terms of just knocking the ball around, rotating strike.
Edge doesn't carry to the keeper. Sri Lanka trying to find that happy medium where they're able to put pressure and pick up a wicket. Stopped himself from playing that extravagant drive, and extra bit of bounce for Chamira.
So by and large for Pakistan, if they are able to get the remaining 84 here runs here in time, they will manage 3 series white ball series wins. White ball series win against South Africa, then the ODI win against Sri Lanka. So a good start for the new management coach and captain.
Base on that last ball in after 5, Pakistan 31 without any loss.
Oh my God! So when you get up and say, East and West,
The KFC flip the bucket challenge. All you have to do is flip the KFC bucket onto your head as fast as you can, and you win finger-licking good KFC prizes. So Russell, at this stage, Sri Lanka were ahead. They were 39 for 1. The power play with the bat went their way, but the epic collapse. You just feel that Pakistan now almost going through the motions.
Yeah, without runs on the board, it's Ishan Malinga. His hanky falls off, distracting Farhan. And there are times we see that called a dead ball as well. Yeah, but we all know it's not where you start, how you start. It's where you end, or how you end, that really matters.
Face off.
Well, you can interpret that trouble dropping off Malinga's back is as throwing the towel in.
Still 84 runs to get.
But the thing is, Pakistan know what they need, and it's not too much. Sri Lanka have to make the play, and then it becomes very, very hard. You got only spinners that'll really make an impact. That's Hasaranga and Teekshana.
Pace off again. That's the way that Pakistan went, and Sri Lanka following suit.
But other than that, there are no part-timers either in this Sri Lankan team.
That's very unlike Sri Lanka.
It is. And in terms of bowling options, other than the 5 bowlers that we usually see, Teekshana, Chamira, Shanaka, Malinga and Hasaranga, Janit Liyanage can turn his arm over. So, in terms of options for certain situations or conditions changing as the game goes on, Sri Lanka a little bit one-dimensional.
No timing on that, but falls in open space.
Now, for example, you look at Pakistan. First 10 overs, the seamers bowled 6 of them, the runs flew.
really suited this surface. That is meant that Pakistan right now, they require less than run a ball. Malinga round the wicket to Saimayu. Advances, but no pace on. It's not a very easy pitch to bat on. And if Sri Lanka went long and got over 150, 160, something like that, then it would have been quite an interesting game. As always, Babar Azam's so much support all around.
They're waiting for him. That might mean the wicket that Sri Lanka need, that little opening. The new batter will struggle. We've seen that. They need Babar Azam to come in right now.
Another little slow one that sticks in the pitch. Power play done. It is 32 without loss.
Needing 115. Sri Lanka's hopes. Heads would be down, losing 9 for 30. Ball is spinning. There's turn. Ball's holding up. It's not easy. But the two openers have somehow managed to stay together and have managed to eat away at that target required. Once the power play was done, the game changed. It was after the drinks break that it really changed, signaling the end of the power play. But in the first 4 overs of spin bash, there was enough to indicate that you've got to change your game. Your options are going to be different. There was turn on show. Hence, at the break, maybe a different way of looking at what was required or assess the pitch to target a score to bowl at.
That is very, very short and dealt with. Fast ball from Hasaranga and smacked out of the park.
That's what you do. You wait. You wait for something to pounce on. He gets it. Hasaranga tries to bowl it into the pitch. Geez, pressure on Hasaranga. How will he respond?
Goes for that pull shot again. Hits it extremely well. A 4 after the 6.
A little fuller than the previous one, but very, very short. If Sri Lanka had any chance of getting back into this, they needed Hasaranga to really start strong.
Better. It's a third ball right. Well, everything's right in that Tapal tea moment, Tapal tea lounge. Garam Garam chai. Pakistan's #1 tea brand.
And that's exactly what Shahzada Farhan did. He had a cup of Tapal tea and then hit those 2 boundaries because it was so short and slow. Had enough time. He wants another tea. I think he's figured out that the tea is working.
Oh, that stays low, very, very low. Bottom of the bat.
But the thing is, the Pakistan batters can be careful. They can look to navigate this because the target is well within. That's why we say you need runs on the board. It's scoreboard pressure that does things for you.
Shot and pulled in the air, but won't carry. So Hasaranga concedes 12 in his first over, 44 without loss. Yeah, the Pindi crowd, they've been treated to a performance with the ball, and now with the bat, Pakistan, no tremors so far. Need another 71. Chance, almost. Little clip, almost carried two. And Malinga almost in with a chance of a cotton bowl. Into the pitch and pulled away. This be a single.
I find it fascinating, Baz. The crowd quite disappointed with this start. It sometimes is very hard to understand, but there you go, the chant. Babar, Babar. Such a firm favorite with this crowd.
They're probably disappointed with Sri Lanka too. Didn't get enough runs on the board, so
Babar can come out and play a big knock.
yeah. Unhappy that he's not been granted that opportunity. Lower bouncer, very slow, and given a wide.
But well, at least he held on to 3 catches. That was well judged. Had a lot to do here. Make sure that ball stays up. We saw Fakhar Zaman being denied a catch because the palm faced downwards and the ball skidded along the ground, even though he had it under control. A hat-trick of catches for Babar Azam.
Ball lips back. Farhan trying to hit it out of the park. Off stump, out of the ground.
Listen to the crowd. Their wish is granted. They're celebrating a wicket. Lots of slower balls from Ishan Malinga, and then he cranks it up. It just went through so quickly. 142.3. And Sri Lanka get that breakthrough. They still have 69 to defend. Shahizada Farhan for 23. Pakistan are 46 for 1.
It's time to welcome the one and only Babar Azam! लेकिन हम कैसे भूल सकते हैं चांद करना मेरे साथ मिलके बाबर
Babar Azam in at number 3. And the crowd has certainly found its voice.
He got a duck in the previous game. 4 ducks in 2025.
He's off the mark straight away.
And he'll be relieved as well. An unwanted list. The jack back as well at pace. Ishan Malinga.
and that'll go to the fence. Slow. And short and dealt with. 50 raised.
Yeah, didn't grip. It just goes on towards the leg side, and Saim Ayub, he's actually looked in good touch throughout the series, even though he's not gone on to convert them. So good when he's out there, because he's plays some really good shots. So stylish. There you go, starts and starts and starts.
Again, trying the no-look shot. Malinga thought he was through. It is 52 for 1.
लेकिन एक मुकाबला मिस हो गया है, वो है लड़कों का लड़कियों के साथ मुकाबला।
8 overs done. Pakistan looking very comfortable. We talked about part-timers. Mishara into the attack. Out for the slightly short one, will just be a single down to deep mid-wicket. KFC, the official food partner. Russell, you were just mentioning the lack of part-timers for Sri Lanka. The ball's been tossed to Mishara.
He keeps wickets as well. He's got 8 wickets in T20s. A bit of a jack of all trades, Kamil Mishara. Bit of Glenn Phillips.
What bodybuilder. This is social media. Must be pulled away, and this will find the fence. Shot and pounced on.
Another Tapal moment. Time for a cup of tea. That's how short it was. High score in the series for Saim Ayub. Pakistan getting closer, 57 needed. Sri Lanka running out of options.
Yeah, Russell, you see social media, Glenn Phillips is really lifting heavy.
You on social media? You believe what happens on social media?
Absolutely,
Really?
that's the new thing.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Things you
Which is
come
what?
up with.
Like?
I was wondering where you come up with
You've
certain things. So now I get it.
Fallen behind, Russ. Not going on with the times. Still thinking of Sri Lanka being able to dominate spin and then produce spinners who can wreak havoc. Babar gets another one. Gets 2 this time.
I've been saying this for a while, Baz. The last 2-3 years. Playing spin is an issue for Sri Lankan batters. And yes, it was harder. Yes, there was a lot of grip. But surely, 9 wickets for 30 runs on this pitch is... Oh. What do you say? Better say nothing. End of 9, 62 for 1.
ओके जी, शुभकामनाएं जहां लड़कों का लड़के के दरमियान में देखते हैं कि किसको ये कितना है नाम सब बड़े लड़कों की बारी में सिर्फ लड़कों ने शोर करना है जी 1 2 and 3 अब बारी में लड़कियों की लड़कियों 1 2 and 3
Change of ends for Wanindu Hasaranga. A very poor start it was from him.
Hasaranga. Think of Babar Azam versus Hasaranga. Hasaranga will go to that googly very quickly. But if you bowl that short, you're going to get punished. A poor delivery, and the result is it's out of here.
Oh dear. It's all going wrong for Hasaranga. That length, even if it turns square, you're not gonna have any impact. Pakistan batters waiting for the slightly shorter one and hitting it powerfully.
Slightly better length, still slightly short, so the punch down the ground. All been Fikr-free for Pakistan. Fikr-free moment. Download the Fikr-free app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips.
Oh, the little kid missed the moment.
Oh, backs away, and then just a back foot defensive. Saim Ayub, 33. Seems as if he now wants to just toy with the Sri Lankan bowlers, try and get into their head because everything's under control. Wants to call it straight away for 2, but no. Just P1. Only 45 runs now required. Appealing off the final thought was that it'd be a close game. Sri Lanka had done extremely well in the previous 2 games and came with a winning momentum into the game, but hasn't been so. It's all been Pakistan. They've been the best side in the Tri-Series, but the final has just gone one way.
Sri Lanka lost 9 wickets for 30, Baz. If that happens, it can go another way, don't you think?
It'll be exciting if that happens. It'll be a great game. 71 for 1, and it is time for drinks.
Welcome back to the final of this Tri-Nation Series. Sri Lanka 19.1 overs bowled out for 114. Pakistan in reply. The halfway mark sitting very good. 71 for 1, requiring 44 of 60. And the bulk of the runs have come courtesy Saim Ayub's boundaries. He's very strong off his legs. That was a class shot. Short delivery picked up. He's dispatched the boundary 6 times so far in his 34. It's been short to him and he's acknowledged it with both hands. 25 or 15 between Saim Ayub and Babar Azam. Theekshana to bowl his third. Great start for Pakistan in the first 10. (44 of 59). Sri Lanka, the only way they can look to hold Pakistan back is pick up wickets. Not one, but they will be required to follow them up as well.
Yeah, the hope is that there can be a slide of the proportions that happened in their innings. But of course Pakistan have the advantage of knowing what it is that they're chasing, so will be more circumspect in the way they go about things.
You all know how Inverex EV goes. As the Pakistan's smartest hatchback EV, the Inverex Zeo. Drive smart and charge fast. Also, we talk about the magnitude of the slide in that middle phase. Pakistan sitting pretty at 72 for 1. So puts them well ahead in the chase. Sri Lanka now got a slip in. Just get one to draw Saim Ayub outside his crease.
As an illustration of where the game was for Sri Lanka, at the same stage they were 84 for 2. That's what they're playing for. Tri-series. And thus far, looks like the home side's well on course. Been the side to beat through the tournament. Have put games together and been in some patches well above the other two sides. And you feel they've got better actually as they've gone on, as has been the case for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka have had to get better because their start was dire. 73 for 1.
Vigotel has been giving away free handsets. If you make your way down, it is a good gift to get. Yeah, speaking about Pakistan, have been the side to beat. They've been very good in all facets, multiple match winners, a few match winners in the crowd as well. Free Vigotel handsets been given out. Pakistan, you look at the top order scoring runs. The previous game, they found themselves 45 for 4 in the power play. Along came the captain with runs. A couple of half centuries to Saibzada Farhan, one to Salman Ali Agha, one to Babar. Nawaz amongst the wickets, now right up there. Abrar with wickets. Usman Tariq, beg your pardon, picked up that hat-trick. One player of the tournament for that. So there have been multiple match winners through Pakistan, not heavily reliant on one or two. which bode well with them in terms of the T20 World Cup round the corner. That has stayed low and is very, very straight. That is extremely unfortunate for Saim Ayub. But that does mean his innings will come to a close.
Sri Lanka will stand in the huddle and they'll be kicking themselves, I tell you. Yeah, good luck playing that. Hasaranga, very good, but it helped out a great deal there by the surface. It's just stayed down and no chance of getting bat on it. Saim Ayub's 36 runs are very important. They have Pakistan 75 for 2.
Out there, the captain of Pakistan, Salman Ali Agha, got good runs in that previous game. Could not lead his side over the line, got 63. Big partnerships with Usman Khan and Mohammad Nawaz in that chase. Different story tonight, 40 of 51. He said to me at that post-match presentation, as most batters would like, runs in a winning cause.
Yeah, stays down. The length has him back and thinking he can whack that into the onside. Can only laugh. Because if he didn't laugh, he'd cry. But there's no use crying over spilled milk. Gotta be philosophical about it.
Top stuff, Pommy Ambangwa, top stuff.
Yeah, and on a serious note, his job is done. It was to get started here, and yes, it can still happen, but I said they'd be kicking themselves. Sri Lanka should have got more. Inside edge, and then onto the pad. 76 for 2. Yeah, googly. Intent there on getting to the ball rather than playing with pad, and also looking to account for that low bounce or lack of bounce. Had that bat in front of the pad. It would be an understatement to say he is loved.
Loved of a certain magnitude. How often have you seen a home crowd cheer on a wicket for the home side? It happens all the time. Pommy, you heard the crowd go up unimaginable proportions to the wicket of Sahibzada Farhan. It wasn't because they were thrilled about anything else, but to see Babar Azam come out.
It's happened every single game. Comfortable enough single. Do you know, on that alone, I'd have him open the batting.
That's a spot to be in the Tapal Tea Lounge. Pakistan's fans in the cool Pindi evening enjoying Pakistan's finest. You can just imagine the roar from the crowd. Not just that, the magnitude of the pressure it enfolds on the opposition. First runs of Babar Azam's bat. Only a few going around on the world stage have a following of that magnitude, and that's the persona he's created, the runs he's got in the past. And now looking back to regain the numbers that he was once capable of.
We're on TV. And it's PJ who's telling them to come on, make some noise, like Babar's just gone into bat.
They're the best. They're the best crowd in Pakistan by some distance. You look at the way the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore is, the National Stadium in Karachi, just here in Rawalpindi, they're so close to the action. Probably the closest in terms of the stadia is available here. It's a smaller ground, it's a fast pitch, a quicker outfield, irrespective of single-digit temperatures. Rawalpindi has been fantastic, so well done.
One more thought on Sri Lanka. We've said, and it's true, they've got better through the tournament. There are players who've come through here and some questions are answered for them. And as a squad that I'll say has been in flux, really, with chops and changes in terms of personnel. And then also a searching with regard to who it is they want and should use, mainly in the batting side of things. An attempt to mix experience and talent, youthful talent. It's not quite gone as well as they would like. But under pressure, they've had a few guys score runs, and I think that'll do them the world of good. Didn't quite calculate correctly tonight, and so played too many shots, and that was their downfall.
Yeah, you talk about how good they've been. 2 pressure games in terms of a must-win game against Zimbabwe, and then another one, a must-win against Pakistan, and on both you felt that they ticked every box. They were good with the ball up front, good with the bat, played that middle period of the game with the bat really well a couple of days ago. Another over takes by Pakistan, 83 for 2. Pakistan 83 for 2, required another 32 in the last 7 overs. SRILANKA, who picked up Saim Ayub in the previous over, is here to bowl his final. The one thing they need to be really careful of, the one that just skids along. No real bounce every now and then.
Yeah, SRILANKA is their champion. And what they want here is what it did in the previous game, which is just break the partnership again, take another wicket. Can you just delay things a little bit to give them a chance? Shot, beautifully played. Really had to reach out, Salman, to get to that, and then picks out the gap perfectly. And it puts pressure on SRILANKA as it races away for 4.
Picks it up on the full. That was important. It's his reach that has allowed him to do that. A fine stroke. A good run maker, more importantly, picks out gaps. Very quick on his feet as well.
Nice top comeback.
Once again, the fans have thoroughly enjoyed themselves. The action as well as Vigotel giving out free handsets to the crowd.
There's a necessity for belief here, even though it looks like at a canter Pakistan will get there. Sri Lanka, with each bowler that comes on, have to try to delay this as much as possible. It happened in the previous game. So can you just keep it tight, stay on the stumps percentage as much as you can, because wickets can fall in a cluster. And if you can take it to the final over, how many ever required, say, and they'll take anything you offer them from this stage. So let's say it's 7 to get off the final or 6 to get off the final one. How many wickets are standing and who bowls it? Can they get a wicket? They probably can, because it can stay down on this pitch.
$90 for 2.
He's done now. One into Hasaranga, 1 for 31 from his 4. And that's his one. Does for Saim Ayub. The turn to the ump was cursory.
Pakistan 90 for 2 and required 25. Dushmantha Chameera, who bowled a magical spell a couple of nights ago. Can he do one better? The first couple of overs only gone for 8. He was phenomenal with landing the Yorkers. Remember, defended 10 of the last over. Lanka won by 6. He got the Yorkers pinpoint. It is here and it is now. It is Neelofer, the most anticipated film in cinema since yesterday. The combination that has worked and worked really well. Fawad Khan and Myra Khan. You can get your tickets now.
Hasn't really stayed down for the seamers. And so this from Dasan Chanaka to go to Chameera is... He's going to a wicket taker, form bowler, needs to break it open. Nice, nice. It's been on song. Yeah, just in a bog standard run up. Off stump on the length. I hope something happens for you. There's also, though, slower deliveries. They have gripped on here, and they wonder if he can just get one on a length. And Salman, who's in decent touch, might feel he can get it away.
At the moment, Pakistan in ones and twos. You never know. It is a funny game, but the odds massively in the favor of Pakistan because they've got 8 wickets in hand. They've got 2 men on the crease who are probably the best batters technically for Pakistan. One thing Sri Lanka will look at is Chameera versus Babar Azam in the series. Bowled once, LBW once, both times just the ball that just jags back off a length. Can he pick him up again?
bowler in good touch. Just from wide of the wicket there, instead of just the normal run through and bowl close to the stumps, has decided to just go wider and have an angle to the delivery. Wasn't quite on target actually, because it ended up sort of leg side, but is thinking clearly and is kind of delivering what he intends each time. Just felt in the previous game when he came back, seemed to try and go faster and faster for a little period, and rather than take pace off. And fortunately, because things have been going well for him, he managed to kind of address that, whether it was from a suggestion from whoever alongside him, but he did shift, and when he did, kind of got a hold of the scoring once again, and they were back in the game. Been a good over this one. What would cap it up for them would be a W.
Perfect placement. Top stuff from the Pakistan skipper. It's a 4 to close the over. Pakistan require 18. 97 for 2.
He's been so good at picking out the gaps, Salman Aliaga, and he's picked another out there. Pace on, gives himself some room, and just guides it into the gap. 4 precious runs that get them ever closer to that trophy.
It's a tremendous gallery. A lot of people in to watch Pakistan sail and win this. Within touching distance now. 18 of 30 balls, and I've got Russell Arnold here with me. Russell, Sri Lanka's out cricket has to be questioned, especially their batting. After being 81 for 1 after 10 overs, they felt that this was a 200 pitch, and one look at the surface and you could straight away make out that it's not going to be more than 130, 140. Anyway, that's a half trigger that's put away for a single.
Pawan Ratnayaka for the first time, not a regular bowler. You're right, Ramesh. It's not rocket science. You've got to assess the conditions. And from over number 6 to 10, Sri Lanka didn't lose a wicket. Not many runs came, but there was enough to suggest that your approach has to change. But after the break, they kept going hard rather than looking to grind it against the spinners. And it's not the first time. We've seen it happen time and time again. The change in gears, the change in approach.
There's a strong appeal, right? And given by the umpire. They feel, including the umpire, that the ball hit the pad and back later, right? What's going to happen now?
I think he's gone. He's reviewed it.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Start with the front on, please. Ball is close to the pad and then and the bat as well. So let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Roll it back. Now roll forward. One more frame. Gap between bat and ball. Gap between ball and pad. And then ball hits on the bat. Now one more frame, please. Yes, satisfied. There is a bat involved. Essen. Essen. You need to reverse your original decision. You are on screen now.
Would have been a great call if that had hit the pad first, because usually the umpires miss the trick. But in the end, the replay, they are confirming that it was just the bat and not the front pad.
Strange one. A lot of things happened because the bat hit the pad, so there was an issue. But Salman Ali Agha had walked towards the pavilion. That's what confused me.
No, it's gone. I thought it was a half striker and put away to the fence. Shanaka takes a very good catch. It was a sharp catch hit out of the middle of the bat, and so a wicket has gone down.
Can you believe it? A wicket, a maiden T20 international wicket for Pavan Ratnayaka. And when you think of the wickets that have fallen, even Hasaranga's wicket was a rank short ball. So was this. Sri Lanka have got 2 wickets of deliveries like that. Salman Ali Agha, the captain, he's gone for 14. Pakistan are 98 for 3.
Ratnayaka gets a wicket off a half-tracker.
Pakistan in. Oh geez, just about to bounce the second time, and he gets a wicket. Now he doesn't have a wicket in T20s, Pavan Ratnayaka. In fact, he's just got the 1 wicket in first-class cricket.
Looking at how he's bowled so far, I think his potential to end up with 1 wicket only in his career. Well, that's put away for at least a single. It'll be a single, and 100 comes up for Pakistan.
But how do you look at it? He's got a wicket. His economy rate much better than Hasaranga. But that's how much Dasun Shanaka needed that part-time spinner in these conditions.
16 done, 100 for 3.
Team Pakistan 100 runs का टारगेट अचीव कर चुकी है। तालियों की चाय के लिए।
Never had enough on the board. Sri Lanka, after a promising start, they threw away the advantage, and Pakistan clearly now in the driver's seat. 15 of 24. Oh, that's a beauty. That really is a top quality delivery. Ball gripped and spun.
This is why we always keep saying, or you keep thinking, you've got to grind your way to a score that your bowlers can work with. 130, 135 would have been massive. Even with Pakistan just 3 down at this stage, you should never throw the towel in when you're batting.
It was pretty mindless stuff, actually. Any top-tier team would have played it differently. As we were talking off air, that it's about understanding the situation. It's about reading the game awareness, you know, what the conditions are forcing or telling you to do. All it needed was just careful maneuvering of the ball during that phase.
And when spinners are operating and they're getting something, another thing you need to read is what's coming out of the bowler's hand. Not try to play off the pitch. It's a little too late. Sri Lanka need to work on the skill of working the gaps. Once you start doing that, things tend to fall in place. rather than just the big shot. It's not just here, it's been over a period of time that the batters have struggled against the spin.
Vyaskan could have played actually, and they had to make that call. Looking at the pitch straight away, it felt like a spinner's paradise. Sri Lanka playing with the same 11, and obviously now short on spin options. Inanta is an all-rounder. He's a leg spinner. He could have been preferred. I don't know. I mean, there's little tuning that you need looking at the conditions.
And sometimes, Ramesh, a pitch will start in a certain way, like we're seeing the seamers came on nicely, and when you started taking pace off, it was different. When the game changes like that, it's all right to reassess your target as well. 170, Dasun Shanaka told you at the toss. Come the 7th, 8th over, the batters in the middle should have understood 150 and made sure you got there, which you could have.
Just a wee bit dangerous, driving the ball straight back to the bowler on a surface like this.
Pakistan cricket on the up. The team looking solid, looking like options. Yet conditions changed. They had the options, Ramesh. You look at the game they lost against Sri Lanka, they batted deep. So you look at various areas, it's about strength, and they seem to have that, found that.
"17 overs have been bowled, 104 for 3. The other good thing about Pakistan's squad is that most of them have had a go in match situations, so they've really not been benched completely. That's gone up in the air. Now another one will fall here. That's easily taken. Fakhar Zaman once again rushed into playing that lofted shot. I don't know why, because all Pakistan need at this stage is singles and safe batting.
I think it's playing on his mind. He's never hit a 6 against Sri Lanka, which is very unusual. Even the previous game he's tried, Shanaka caught him. And here again. Can you believe it? Pawan Ratnayaka's got a 2nd wicket. Fakhar Zaman's gone for 3, 104 for 4.
First time I stepped in the ground.
Best of 52 for Usman Khan. Strike rate of 121. Strike rate is not needed at this stage. Pakistan 11 away from the target of 17 balls. Set batsman in Babar Azam. He's a good player of spin bowling. Ratnayaka 2 for 3. Coming and helping Sri Lanka out with a couple of blows.
The ball leg breaks early. Now off spin.
Shanaka has a safe pair of hands. That's his second catch of the evening. And a second low score for Fakhar Zaman against Sri Lanka.
Mentioned Kamil Mishara, bit of everything. He's taken the gloves. He bowled an over earlier as well.
That's a punchy start from Usman.
Kusal Mendes off the park for the moment. 10 to get. Extra fielder on the offside.
Like his energies, always focused. Mendes Nas come back into the playing arena as a fielder. No, it's not working. That's an easy ball to hit for Babar Azam.
I think he bowled that on purpose. He got a wicket earlier, but he's bowled this to Babar. He's aware of the situation and he's always looked to get low and hit it into gaps. That's what he does.
So strike away from winning this, Pakistan. 4 needed. Drives elegantly.
We're waiting, we're watching. It's a no ball watch. It's not a no ball. 112 for 4.
Increase their options in the spin department, particularly. Nawaz has led the field with accurate bowling. What a season he's had as an all-round cricketer, Nawaz. Nobody has left the stadium. They're waiting for a strike here from Babar Azam. Works it away for another single.
You've got to say they played really well, Pakistan, from all aspects of the game. But for this final to go this way, Sri Lanka only. Themselves to blame. You cannot lose 9 wickets.
Any pluses for you from Sri Lankan squad 11, Russell? Who do you think moving forward? Is Mishara obviously stunned
Cup is in India and Sri Lanka in terms of the conditions.
Here we go. Another chance that's glided away for a run. So
and if coming the Mendes and Sri Lanka, they give you that extra spin overs if you do need. So it's not too far away, Sri Lanka, from where they could be, but Tikshana's form does worry me. Wicketless in most games, and you'd like some more impact from him. So Vijaykanth Vyaskant might be, but now it's all about Pakistan needing one.
right, last game for them this year, 2025, and they end this on a winning note. Just a single away, and Babar Azam gets them home with a cracking cut shot that will go and hit the fence. Pakistan win another ODI series. This was Tri-Nations. Congratulations all around. This year on home territory. Dasun Shanaka his team fought hard to make it in the final. They looked just a little bit off in the first part of the Tri-Nations and then came back, roaring back strongly to make it to the final. 3 on the bounce for them was just a little bit tough. But anyway, it's about Pakistan and it's about their home season and how good they've been as a side. So the bases seem to be covered now in most areas. Bowling looks very sharp. Their options with the new ball, their options in the spin department, and batting has been good, courtesy Farhan Saabzada, who's led them with a fantastic charge.
"21 wins, the most in a calendar year for Pakistan. They played a lot more games as well, but Ramiz, they've got better. They got better and better. That's what you're after. And now what this team needs is consistent. Not hot and cold, the same intensity, the quality, skill, never in doubt. And how they've played throughout these couple of months, even leading up to this tri-series, should give them that direction and belief that this is what they need to do to be real competitors against any opposition.
Yeah, as they say, winners are grinners. And so winning makes matters so much smoother. The typical Babar Azam cut shot, and Pakistan win this quite comfortably. Chairman and company are very happy because the start of the season was just a little bit tough, and you're absolutely right. Right as they advanced, it became a lot more smoother, the ride. Fans loved every bit of what they produced in white ball cricket. It'll make Salman Ali Agha a stronger captain also. Farhan 23 on a tough pitch, then Saim Ayub 36 of 33, and that was clearly the highlight of this run chase because the opening partnership meant a great deal in this run chase on a tough pitch, on a tricky pitch. Babar Azam 37 not out, Salman Ali Agha 14 of 14. Fakhr once again failing against Sri Lanka. He's failed twice now in 2 matches against them, and surprisingly hasn't hit a 6 in T20Is against Sri Lanka, which is massively strange. 118 for 4 then.
Yeah, not enough runs. We always felt that, maybe 25-30 short. Tikshana wicketless, but he needed to be at his best. And Hasaranga, surprisingly, not able to get his lengths right. But Pawan Ratnayaka, 2 wickets for him. He's never got a T20 wicket previously. Yeah,
Sri Lanka had to fire straight away. They needed wickets, they needed pressure. Tikshana's lack of form with the new ball up front has been a cause of pain, one would say, for the Sri Lankans. It's a good, decent opening partnership. Hasaranga was just a little bit off boil also. I think that is where Sri Lankans were hurt as well. And then things started to happen. Couple of blows, a wild swing at that one from the right-hander, Farhan Sahibzada, and then it was the wicket of Saim Ayub, who once again thrilled the audience with his big shots.
And even from a batter's point of view, when you don't have a big score to chase, you don't take too many chances, because if there was, those balls keeping low would have caused more problems. Managed ways, but Babar Azam, he stuck to one end and made sure Pakistan got home. Couple of long hops getting wickets. Fakhar Zaman, there you go. Chanaka catching him for the second time in 3 days.
A half trigger put away for 4, then a cut shot hits the fence in no time, and Pakistan winning this quite comfortably in the end by 6 wickets. Sri Lanka 114 all out in 19.1 overs. Wickets for Nawaz, Shaheen, Abrar and Saim. Mishara the top scorer. Very impressive outing in this Tri-Nations for him. Pakistan then over the line in the 19th over, 118 for the loss of 4. Babar 37 not out, Saim 36 and Farhan 23. So Pakistan over the line, win this by 6 wickets. We'll be back with post-match presentation.